Good evening, PFL Nation. We have reached the end of week 2 of CS3, and we have an absolute banger to close it out on the Iron Bowl. Auburn versus Alabama, bringing our first rivalry game, being an absolutely huge one with the brand new Auburn team coming off that big victory against Miami. Bama looking to bounce back after losing their number 1 spot. You can see the rankings right in front of you. We got Auburn at 8th, Bama at 11th. So this will be Bama coming in as the underdog after just being the number 1 seed and the defending champs, immediately having to climb up a little bit of a mountain here against Auburn in a big way, in a big-time rivalry game. So I don't want to waste too much time. This is obviously something everyone's been looking forward to. This should be a very exciting game between Coach George and Coach Willis. So let's get right into these rosters, folks. First up, we have Auburn's. Listen, they got that dual quarterback setup. They're one of the few teams that are effectively utilizing a dual quarterback setup. PS3 comes out on some formations, 9-9 comes out on most. But they have, obviously, that worked against Miami. When it can work, that's PS3's old team, but when it can work, it's effective. It's hard to game plan when you got 2 quarterbacks who are willing to share snaps and a coach who can game plan specific formations for specific quarterback strengths. It's real tough to game plan for that. And, Auburn obviously worked that to perfection in the first week, and that's something that Coach Willis and company are going to have to watch out for here on this Saturday night primetime game, primetime rivalry, Iron Bowl game, man. This is I'm hyped for this one. Anyway, so yeah, dual quarterback setup. Trent Jones at running back, Jalen Sims at wideout, Bernard Lewis at DT, and then of course superstar Jaws at wide receiver, Tank Rocket at wide receiver, and for their prime defensive guys, we got TJ Rogers Cromartie, right? Or Cromartie, sorry. I'm just going to call him TJ or RC throughout this game. And Davion Parsons at DE as well. So a solid D-line, a great wide receiver core between Jalen, Jaws, and Tank, along with some good pieces all around and that dual quarterback setup. So Auburn going to come in this one feeling good, being, I believe, the only new team to win in week 1, unless I'm losing my mind here, because Florida lost, right? OSU lost. Auburn won. Who am I missing? Who am I blanking on here? Oh, OU won actually. Yeah, because they played Tennessee. So Auburn and OU are the only 2 teams to have won in week 1. So big expectations for them coming into this game against Bama. But I know Coach Willis, after the title run they had last year, is definitely going to want to get things on the right track. So let's take a quick look at Bama's roster. Of course, Mr. Carson Young himself at quarterback, with K5, Kamani Gradney at running back, one of the Roche brothers, Roddy, at wideout, Swift Carson at wideout, got that Carson to Carson connection that carried them through that national title game. Cheng Lei at tight end, Senko, the other Andre Roche brother, at corner, Tayshawn Wiggins at corner, Trey Hyman at free safety, Trey Cummins at strong safety, Dakota Jones, strong safety. So very, very, very powerful safety trio there, along with Marquise Washington Jr. at middle linebacker, Leo Ramsey at outside linebacker, Terrence Williams, Mitchie himself, coming in at offensive tackle, and then Dylan Romo, Benji Gardner, and Sam Washington winding out their prime players. So this Bama roster, absolutely stacked. We all know it. We all know they can come out and perform to perfection, and we have seen it many times, and obviously they're going to be expecting to do it again tonight against Auburn in the rivalry game. So, I have nothing but big expectations for these guys tonight. I know Coach Willis has big expectations for his guys, so hopefully they can go out here and perform. But, it's just going to give me 1 second, guys, while I get the game up and running, and we'll hop right into that. All right, just about ready. Let me see those early predictions, man. Saturday Night Football, let me see those early predictions. Who do we have coming away with this one? Do we think Bama snaps back after the Week 1 loss, little natty hangover? Or do we see Auburn coming away with it and moving on to a 2-0 start to their CS3 debut season? Let me know what you guys think is going to happen here. And without further ado, let's jump into this one. Let's get that on the screen. You guys already know. Let me see the hype. Saturday night, PFL. Let's get it. Auburn kicking off to start. Auburn in the white and orange. Bama in their classic red. And this is going to be a huge game. What a way to end our first rivalry. And it couldn't have been more of a banger with some big, big expectations on the shoulders of that man right there, Carson Young, needing to come out and make a statement tonight against Auburn. Alabama's going to want to come out super strong. I forgot to mention in the pregame show, but to me, the key matchup is going to be Alabama's passing against Auburn's secondary defense. Let's see who wins that battle. Keep an eye on that throughout the night as K5 gets the first play of the game and just gets back to the line of scrimmage, setting up 2nd and 10. But yeah, folks, keep an eye on the Bama, Swift Carson, Roddy, Dylan Romo, all those guys, how they match up against Auburn's defense. As we see Dylan Romo get his first reception, that's going to be the matchup to keep an eye on all throughout the night. See Carson float that out, but there's really nobody there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on the route, and Bama is going to get a 3-and-out to start their game. Auburn's offense going to get a look here after this punt return for a few yards. Let's see what Coach George and company have up their sleeves for this Iron Bowl rivalry game on the road as we get a look at 9-9. Remember, folks, do not follow the season-long stats you see on your screen. That's obviously the mod and the schedule editor and stuff changes things, so just make sure you're following along with the stats we post in the Discord, not the stats you see besides the specific stats for this game. 9-9 calls a hot route, turns it into a run play. Smart decisions. That's going to get about 8 to Jones. Treon doing his thing already, setting them up for 2nd and do whatever you want type of yardage. They could just take a shot here if they wanted to as Dean gets the tackle. We are going to see an empty backfield, so maybe they will take a shot. That is the opposite of a shot as he tries to get it to Jaws on the slant route, but sails it just a little bit. Now we're in the I form. We're going to see another run, and that's not going anywhere. Immediately brought back. Dean with another big tackle, this time for a loss in the backfield. And Auburn going 3-and-out on their first attempt here as well. So that we're seeing some strong defensive performances early on this Saturday night game. My goodness, if you like defensive football, you got to be happy with the way this game's starting. But if you were looking for a barn burner, obviously right now, Coach George and Coach Willis are still kind of figuring each other out. No offensive production here after 2 series. We are going to see a little bit of a punt return yet again, this time out of Andre Roche. Defense walks off. Carson Young, K5 chatting. There's Roddy again. Walking out onto the field, and Bama's 2nd series, they're going to want to go, obviously, more down the field than their first. And that is a great way to start with K5 picking up a solid 5-yard gain, setting up 2nd and 5 here. And K5 going to get the handoff yet again, and looks like he did. Oh, he didn't quite make it. They do mark 3rd and inches. Harris with the tackle, stopping him just short. Bama, this time going to go back to K5 to hopefully get the first down, and he will do so with a 4-yard gain and a new set of downs. Our first down of the night. Knighton on the tackle Coach Willis loving that, finally seeing the ball start to move in his favor. After that first series was rough, Bama leaning on the shoulders of their running back to get them moving down the field. And they are going to get past the 35 to about the 37-yard line and get a new first down. Going to see another handoff, this time a flag immediately. Is that a hold? It is a hold, and they are going backwards, folks. Chang Lei with the unfortunate hold called against him, sent him 1st and 19 for Bama. Carson Young going to just take a shot, though. He doesn't want 19. He wants them all, and he'll find his man. Deliver a massive first down. 55-yard reception on the Carson-to-Carson connection. And boy, oh boy, what a way to wake up this Alabama crowd. Carson just throws it on a rainbow to Swift. Swift catches it. I feel like if that had just another yard so Swift could get one more inch of space, that might have been a touchdown. But Bama inside the red zone now. Offense coming out hot. Bama getting ready. Lots of time. Carson just going to end up settling underneath. Probably would have been better off throwing that one away, as that's going to result in a 3-yard loss. He was outside the pocket, but anyway, that's going to set up Bama for 2nd and 13. Last time they had a long yard situation, they delivered a 55-yard bomb, so maybe the Carson just feels better having a few more yards between himself and the end zone. Carson going to drop back in the shotgun this time, take the snap. Looking, finds his man on the deep curl route. That's Roddy. That's not going to be enough for a first down, but that is going to set up 3rd and manageable here. 3rd and 3. Bama looking to convert here, maybe get a touchdown. He goes underneath, almost caught on a deflection to Swift Carson, not able to bring it down, and they will have to settle for the field goal after the amazing deep bomb. Auburn's defense steps up, goes into bend, don't break formation, and just like that, get a stop and force Bama to settle for the field goal. Bama going to be first to get on the board here, taking a 3-0 lead. But Auburn has to be happy with the way their defense woke up on that drive. We're going to see a solid kick return, getting the ball to about the 30. Pumped up after that one. And now Nai and company are going to come out here and try and respond themselves, get their first points on the board. Let's see if they can pull it off. We see the handoff here. Tons of room to run. Manages to get, again, about 8 yards. Maybe 8.5. They are going to say that's 2nd and 1, so they're going to give him 9. Quick pump fake. Finds his man on the slant. Nai starting to get into a groove, maybe, as he completes his first pass to Rocket for 14 yards. Dropping back, lots of time, manages to just throw it away. It looks like he had a man streaking downfield. I don't know if that's just because the corner came back or if that was really that open, but if so, that was definitely a missed target. Going outside this time, space to cut forward, creating 3rd and manageable here. Ellis with the reception for 6 yards, set up 3rd and 4, and Tayshawn Wiggins with a big tackle. Going again, almost intercepted. I feel like he should have just gone back to Ellis over the middle to get the first down. Instead, they are going to be forced to punt here. Can they deliver? No, it will be a touchback. So Bama, essentially that punt's only going to be about 20 yards. And Bama's going to get the ball right back after their defense makes a huge stop. You see Williams and company chatted up about what they plan to do on this series with Just over 3.5 to play here in the first. Bama looking to stretch this lead if they can. Carson going over the middle, finds Roddy yet again. Roddy's getting tackled by about 4 different Auburn players, but that is going to set them up with second and manageable, about 2nd and 4 here, 2nd and 3. And if you're Bama, you're obviously going to take 7-yard gains every single time you can get them. They get a jump, but no flag. Goes over the middle and sails it. Intended receiver was Roddy yet again. This time Carson puts a little too much oomph on that ball. Carson this time does deliver to K5, and that will get a new set of downs here for Bama. Just as we pass the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Low scoring game for sure, but both teams seem to be getting into a little bit more of a groove. The Crimson Tide especially. Carson's doing a good job playing what the defense gives him. Obviously, he had that deep ball to Swift, but again, that was really what the defense gave him, so he took the opportunity. Doesn't seem like he's trying to force too much, because we're going to see the handoff to K5, and K5 is going to trip on his own O-line and take a 1-yard loss there. 2 minutes to play here in the first. You see a play-action bootleg. Roll out Carson looking, finds Roddy again. Him and Roddy have been on fire tonight. And that is a good, solid chump play. First down for Bama, over 100 yards in the first quarter. 111 passing. They're definitely moving through the air and living up to that expectation of coming back on a big bounce-back game. Are going to see a stop there. For only a few yards. They get a jump. This time they get a flag, so it's a free play. Since they got the first down, I imagine they'll decline the flag and just take the new set of downs. I'd be quite surprised if they accepted it here. Okay, yeah, they do just take the first, which, I mean, to me was very clear, but sometimes you never know. Random things do happen when it comes to penalties, so glad to see that one work out. And Bama, again, a jump by Auburn on the line. Kind of crazy the amount of jumps we're seeing right now out of this young defensive line for Auburn. It works out that time as no flag comes up and they get a quick stop, and that is going to wind down our first quarter. Let me see the twos in chat, man. Let me see those early game predictions. Who is going to lead at halftime? Is Bama going to extend and hold on to their lead, or is Auburn going to make something happen and take over this game? Let me see what you guys think. As you see the quick pass underneath to Chang Lei, just to get a little bit more manageable of a third down. His first catch of the game for 4 yards there. Setting up 3rd and 5 for Bama. And this time Carson's going to sail it a little too far in front. That will be a field goal, up and good, extending their lead. Still a one-possession game, so again, Auburn's defense doing their job, giving the offense opportunities to get back into the game, even potentially take the lead on this drive at the start of the second quarter. So if you're Auburn, you have to be happy. Coach George got to be happy with this defensive performance against an Alabama offense that honestly has weapons all over the field, just like we talked about in the pregame show. It's going to be that pass offense against the Auburn defense. And even though Bama has the lead right now, I give a little bit of the edge to the Auburn defense. Bama's had quite a few series, and it's only resulted in 6 points. So now it's on the shoulders of the Auburn offense to come out and deliver, as we see the handoff here from a few yards. Setting up 2nd and 8. Oh, PS3's out there, and PS3 targets Jaws, but is going to sail it. And then immediately they put Nine back out there to try and convert this big 3rd down for Auburn. He's going over the middle, finds his man, and it will be caught in a very small window. Sims with a big catch to get a 1st down. Auburn's offense moving, his 1st catch of the game. The other, Andre Roche, with the tackle there. Look at that window. He's right on top of him. That's great coverage, but just on the inside of the route. Manages to make the catch. And that's going to be a false start. So they're going back 5 yards. Auburn's penalties have definitely been hurting them today. We see the quick slant, and Auburn now moving down the field. Another 1st down. Nine dropping back, empty backfield. Lots of time still. Finally gets rid of it, just settles underneath. They're going to take that, though, because that turned into almost another 10-yard gain. 9 yards for Ellis there, his 3rd catch. And Washington Jr. with the tackle. This time they're going to the running back. Just needed to go straight. Decided to go to the left, and that's not going to get the 1st. Let's see what they can do this time. Nine has time. Looks for it all, though. Goes for it all and just sails it. But that could be DPI, folks. Jaws not able to get up, and it will be. Massive mistake by Tayshawn Wiggins, going to put the ball on the 1-yard line for Auburn. Are you kidding me, PFL? Massive mistake. And will they get the stop? They won't. Auburn is going to make their way into the end zone. And pending the extra point, take the lead. Jones with the big touchdown to set them up to take the lead in this Iron Bowl here in the 1st half. And what did I say, folks? The Auburn defense making the bend, don't break plays, and it ends up resulting in this offense getting points on the board, getting ready. Nine is loving it. The DPI by Wiggins. And that is going to result in the lead for Auburn, the Tigers. It may only be 1 point, but momentum-wise, that has to feel good as you have a touchdown on the board, and Bama has yet to score a touchdown. But again, so much football left to be played. Not even halfway through the 2nd quarter. This game can still really go in any direction. I'm just excited to see it, man. I love Saturday night games. You guys have known me long enough at this point. I get hyped for this stuff. I love the rivalries. Always so much, little chippiness, little smack talk action coming in both before, during, and after these games, man. Gotta love that PFL energy. As Carson Young and company get ready to try and respond. Play action is going to result in a huge body bag for Carson Young. Willis with the huge sack. Bama, the worst way to start their drive after Auburn gets the touchdown. The momentum is with the Tigers right now, and the play action puts Carson Young in a body bag. Nobody blocking on the edge. Joko Willis with a huge 8-yard sack. Jay George hyped on the sideline. Coach George is loving it. Carson Young getting ready. Ends up going underneath, but sailing that one. Probably correct, as that route was definitely going to get jumped. And this time you've got 3rd and 18. What can they do? He tries to float one. I don't know where he was looking, but that is going to set up 4th down and Alabama forced to punt it back to Auburn here in the second quarter. My goodness. Solid punt return, getting the ball to about the 48. And now Nine, Jones, Jaws. These guys are about to come out here and put in some work. Try to extend the lead. Even a field goal here makes it so it's a touchdown game. But obviously they would prefer to score. Nine getting the reins here. Empty backfield to start the drive. He's looking, goes underneath, finds his running back. Looks like he got about 4 there. This time we're going to see the handoff. A little bit of space for Jones, and he is going to stretch. Did they give him the first down? They did. That's a new set of downs. Coach George loving it on the sidelines. The way his offense is performing right now. Gardner with the tackle. Jones is going to get another handoff. Spin off of his own guy, but not really go anywhere and end up falling just to get a few yards there. They're going to credit West with the tackle, but I feel like he kind of tackled himself. Nine getting ready this time. Lots of time. Going to try to run with it. Instead, just heaves it to the to the front of the end zone. But cannot deliver to Sims there. 3rd and 7, going to go underneath to Ellis, but that's not going to get them a first down. That will get stopped. Alabama's defense responding. Big time tackle by Gardner, already with his 5th of the game. We are under 5 minutes in the half, folks. Coach Willis talking to his offensive guys, coming up with some game plans to get the ball moving more efficiently on that side of the ball. But the defense holding strong, coming up big. I don't think this is even in field goal territory. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a punt. It will be. Last time this happened, it was a touchback and ended up just being about a 20-yarder. This time it would be about 30 yards on a touchback. It looks like it went out maybe around the 15. So better than a touchback, but I guess we'll see ultimately where they spot the ball. As the defensive guys walk off for doing their job and Carson Young and company get a chance to take the lead. It was actually worse than a touchback. It's at the 22. Their punters definitely got to put in some work before the Week 3 games. They're going to give the handoff to K5, who doesn't have to put in any work. This run defense, as K5 is averaging less than 2 yards a carry. Shears with the big tackle for loss. 8 carries for only 15 yards out of Alabama's fantastic running back. This Auburn defense is no joke, folks. You love to see it, this young team delivering. Handling the defending champions. I mean, this is not an easy matchup by any means. The only thing they got to figure out is why they keep jumping the line. But they're going to get a handoff to K5. He's going to get a few there, setting up 3rd and 8. And I think it is very important that Bama converts this here. Let's see, they got Dylan Romo underneath. Oh my goodness, it was in his hands. And he drops the pick that looked like that could have gone back to the crib. That was so close to a pick sixer. Somehow falls out of his hands. Bama gets lucky with one, and Auburn's going to get the ball back at the 40-yard line. Rocket with the return, but man, it was in his hands. That type of play that can win you a ball game. Instead, Nine Company, with 3 minutes to go in the half, are going to have to try to drive down the field here to extend this lead going into halftime. Keep in mind, Bama did start with the ball, so if they can score and get the ball back at halftime, that'll be a big deal for them. Nine's going to find, I believe that's Rocket, on the reception for the solid 9-yard gain there. Going to see the handoff this time, some room to run for sure. Jones going to move his way forward. 9 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. Averaging about 4 yards a carry. Thomas with the tackle there. But Auburn right now kind of just doing whatever they want offensively. Bama's defense is good for, a couple series and then misses for a couple series and then good for a couple series. So let's see if they can tighten up here with 2 minutes to play in this first half. Empty backfield. 99 finds his man wide open over the middle. That's Ellis with his 5th catch of the night. Loving the big tight end, moving the ball. Hashtag tight end alert, man. We've been seeing a ton of it in CS3. Hey, you love to see those guys get more involved on the offense. They're tough to guard weapons. And 99 finding him to perfection here. All right, in the shotgun. 99 once again. Pressure coming this time. Just throws it away. Looks like he had Jaws on the curl, but the pressure maybe got inside his head as he sails that one. Setting up 2nd and 10, play action. Pressure coming, tries to get away, unable to do so, and there is Gardner with his own body bag. Setting up 3rd and a mile, potentially even pushing Auburn out of field goal range. With the huge hit, unless they make up some of these yards here. Massive play for the Bama defense, and what did I say? Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. This time showing up big with a massive hit, and now under a minute and a half to play. We see a flag. Looks like they did get a jump. Will they take the penalty is the question. They didn't get a first, but they did make up a good amount of yards. Let's see. They are going to take the penalty. So it will repeat 3rd down. The clock is stopped, of course. Now they have to get at least 4 yards or else taking the penalty was a mistake. Let's see what happens. 99, lots of time. Going to air it out to Jaws. Jaws trying to bring it down. Almost does, but it gets knocked out. Great coverage by Bama. And they are still going to take the field goal. Now let's see. Remember, they're 4 yards deeper than they would have been. If he barely misses, that's going to be a big deal. He doesn't. He makes it. That's a 10-6 lead for Auburn. Auburn going to kick it away with 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. We are going to have to see, folks, how Alabama responds with 1 minute to play in this first half, down by 4. They are going to air it out to Swift, and that's going to be a huge catch. Exactly what they wanted to see early on, again with another massive chump play on the Carson-to-Carson connection, this time for 33. Alabama coming out and responding. These go routes have been working so well for them on these deep shots. Swift handling business. Now under a minute to play. Bama going underneath to K5 this time. Not going to see anywhere near the same result they just saw. Looked like they went to the hurry up, but maybe Carson didn't like the look, as ultimately they do call a timeout. .30 seconds to play here. Carson dropping back, looking, goes over the middle and finds Chang Lei for the huge first down here. Clock ticking, second timeout called. 31 seconds to play. Ball on the 22-23 yard line. Carson going to K5 on the quick route there. They are going to call the no huddle. No timeout this time. 15 seconds to play. Play action. Looking. Still looking. Goes again to Chang Lei. Gets it to about the 13 that time. I could imagine they're just going to kick a field goal here to get it within 1 point at the half. The kick is up, and what an excellent way to close out for Alabama. Gets it within that 1-point game, 10-9. Fantastic, very quick drive. Very efficient with the ball. And now we will see maybe just Auburn take a knee here. They will. And with that, our first half has come to a close. Folks, how do we feel about what we've seen so far? Let me see some thoughts in the chat between Auburn and Bama. Auburn with a 10-9 lead, currently holding on to that 8th spot. Bama on the outside looking in right now at 11th, looking to make an upset here after losing in week 1. Auburn looks solid defensively for sure. A lot of bend don't break defense, but they're going to have to tighten up on those deep plays. Those deep shots are definitely hurting them, and you could see that with the way that final drive of the half ended, how much hurt they were really getting when it came to those deep balls. I mean, Swift Carson is absolutely cooking guys, and they are making them very aware of it. As the game will go on, I'm sure Coach Willis is going to be telling Carson Young, hey, keep airing that out because that's working out the best for us. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Let me see those threes in chat. Let me see those predictions, man. Who is going to come away with the victory in the Iron Bowl, PFL's first rivalry game, Saturday Night Football? Let's take a peek as Auburn is going to get our first action in the second half. Let's see what happens this time. Obviously, the last drive they got 3 points. They've gotten a touchdown in the first half. 99 Company going to be looking to make a statement to start the drive. And let's see if they can make it happen. Sends Rocket in motion, fakes the touch pass. It's going to be an option play. Rocket misses his block on Andre Roche, resulting in just a, what is that, a 2-yard gain for 99. The speed option not really working out well for him there. This time going to air it over the middle, wide open to Rocket, and Rocket's going to push his way to the midfield marker. Big time catch, big time play. Auburn just passing 100 passing yards at 107. Doing their work here. You can't really, you look at that, you look at a play like that, and it's just very well designed after the option. Finds the gap in the zone. Rocket did a great job at getting open over the middle. Bama pursues to the ball well after the catch is made, but by then the damage is done, and the ball is at the 49-yard line. And I going over the middle, finally getting Jaws involved. I believe that's his first reception, which is absolutely insane. You definitely want to see more of him. Their superstar wide receiver. Going to see a handoff this time to Jones, and Jones is going to fight his way for a first down. 10 carries, 42 yards. Again, right around 4 yards a carry. Washington Jr. on the tackle. Hot route called by 99. He does like the handoff. He is going to take it, but it's not going anywhere. That hot route might have been a mistake. Maybe a quick pass would have worked out better for him against the blitz there. Gardner with his 7th tackle on the night. And once again, dropping back, looking, goes over the middle, finds his man. That is Rocket. Once again, you see Sims getting a little chippy back there. Getting a little too engaged. Maybe start fighting. We're going to see some fighting here in the Iron Bowl. Jones this time going to try to get away, but not going anywhere. Immediately tackled by Washington Jr. that time. Just brought him down for a 1-yard loss. And the run defense has been solid for both of these teams. It's really come down to the passing game. Coach George talking to his guys there, but it really has. I know Jones got the touchdown on the goal line, but the passing game has really been the difference maker for both of these teams. And it's just been a back and forth defensive battle in the secondaries. 2nd and 11 here. Empty backfield for 99. He's going to go with the quick pass. Get a bunch of those yards back to Sims. And they're actually going to give him the first there. Huge play. Setting up a new set of downs. Ball at the 15. We're going to see another option for 99. This time, much more solid. Decides to run, you know, straight. Get a few yards. Set up 2nd and 7. Thomas with his 5th tackle. 99 once again going over wide open over the middle to Rocket. I believe that's going to be 3rd and inches, though. I do not believe that's going to be a first. Rocket at 6 catches for 72 yards. Third and inches. Let's see. Do they give the ball to Jones? They do not. PS3 is out there. PS3 is going to find his man and get a touchdown. PS3 comes out and says, I'm still here. The sophomore quarterback says, I came here to make a difference, and I'm going to do it right now. Gets it out to Ellis and gets the touchdown, giving Auburn an 8-point lead pending this extra point. PS3 steps up and delivers. Ellis getting open on the quick out route. They said, forget the first down. We want it all, and they got it all. Auburn, first drive of the half. 6 minutes off the clock. 7 more points on the board. That is an ideal start to the second half for the Tigers. And now it is on Coach Willis, Carson Young, K5, Roddy, Dillon, Chang Lei to come out. Swift Carson, of course, to come out, do their thing, and get a touchdown. These continuing field goals are just not going to do it if Auburn's able to continue to drive down the field and get 7 points. So let's see what these boys can come up with here. Carson Young getting ready, going to do a quick handoff to K5. 6 minutes to play in the third. You see 99 hyped on the sideline, even though PS3 is the one that ultimately got the touchdown. He does not care. That is a team player. Loving what he's seeing. Carson Young got an empty backfield. Rush coming from the outside. He's going to heave it. These go routes to Swift. These go routes, unstoppable for Bama. Another massive chump play. Are you kidding me? Carson to Carson. These heaves have been unstoppable for Bama. The speed, toasting the corners. Absolutely crazy. The problem is the field shrinks. Bama seems to struggle on their offensive production. Let's see if they can finally figure it out and get in the end zone. That's going to go to Roddy on the drag. Set up 2nd and 5. They clearly have the speed battle. I mean, they have proven it. You know, we keep talking about that key matchup being there passing against the Auburn secondary. And those deep routes, Bama's definitely winning. But we see an end around to Roddy, but not really going anywhere. That gets stopped immediately. Still 3rd and manageable, though. 3rd and 3 here. Can Bama convert? They need this conversion. They're going over the middle. They find Roddy. They get the conversion. And Roddy fighting his way over the Auburn defenders and into the end zone. Massive touchdown for the Crimson Tide. That is exactly what they needed. We're going to see the 2-point conversion and maybe have ourselves a tied ball game right now, folks. What a drive by Bama. All set up by that deep ball to Swift. And then Roddy says, get off me. Fights his way forward. And passes the line. Here we go, folks. Can Bama tie this game up? We're going to see the handoff. I think it was a mistake to run, and they get stuffed in the backfield. And Auburn will hang on to the lead. And now Bama has some significant things to worry about because if Auburn goes down the field and scores, it will be a 2-possession game, and that is a big deal going into the end of this one. What a tackle immediate pursuit to the ball. The run game has just not been there tonight for K5. As we see Auburn take the knee. Four minutes to play here in the third, and their offense coming back out onto the field, looking to drive down and do exactly what Bama just did and get 7 points. Going to start with a handoff, gets to the outside. Jones with tons of room to run, gets it all the way to the 47. Huge run there, as that will obviously jack up his average all the way to 5 yards a carry. Big time run, and I know they're going to be leaning on that to set up what should be a big time pass. Let's see what Auburn can dial up here, holding on to this very slim lead. They are going to see, is that a false start? It is. Oh my goodness, this young team with the penalties. And in a game this close, these penalties are brutal, as that makes it 1st and 15. Illini dropping back, looking, pressure coming, goes over the middle, finds his man Rocket. Doesn't matter that it was 1st and 15, because they're going to get a 16-yard catch and another first down. That's 7 catches for 89 yards and an 8th tackle for Gardner, who also has a sack. That man has been everywhere tonight. But Rocket finding his way open and getting Auburn set up with another first down at the 40 of Bama. This time we're going to see, oh goodness, a little bit of smack talk too. A little bit of smack talk as Barber comes in and absolutely cleans the clock of Jones. Look at this hit. Oh my good, there was some personal in that. That was not a football hit. That was this is the Iron Bowl hit. Delivering the smack. Setting up 2nd and 12 here for 9-9 with an empty backfield. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Goes over the middle, but looks like that was some stuff out of sync. I don't know who the target was there. If it was Jaws, if it was Ellis. This time we're going to see the screen set up for Jones. Good blocking in front of him. Can't quite get to the first down marker. 4th and 3 here. Will they try to go for it or simply take a 5-point lead and trust their defense? Let's see what Coach George cooks up here. This is a spot where I could see them going for it, trying to extend the lead into a 2-possession game. The screen just not quite good enough. Had the blocking, but just excellent pursuit by Bama's defense, and they are going to go for it. This is a solid field position. Let's see if they get a quick route here. Go with an inside zone handoff. Let's take a look. They are going to go for the quick route. Almost intercepted, and they will be denied. 9-9 not able to convert as that is deflected down. The dirty work paying off for Bama. The crowd getting loud. Momentum maybe starting to shift here, folks. Maybe it's getting a little shifty. Oh boy, what are we gonna see out of the Crimson Tide as they continue to highlight Roddy? I really think they need to be highlighting Swift, who's had nothing but deep ball perfection tonight. Let's see, they're going outside to K5. K5 finally has some room to move and will convert it into a new set of downs. That's going to help his average tremendously. As before that, he was averaging below 2 yards a carry. Now he's just below 3 at 11 carries for 32 yards. Man. I'm going to see Carson line up under center. Minute and a half to play in this third quarter. Bama looking to take their first lead since they were up 3-0. K5 cannot go down. My goodness. Man on his back for like 6 yards. I think he hears me up here in the booth as he is starting to wake up. And if Bama can get that run game going, that is the last thing Auburn wants to see. goodness. Carson lining up under center. Sends Swift in motion. Goes to K5 yet again. This time K5 only going to get a handful. Auburn starting to tighten up a little bit defensively, which they definitely need right now. This time, let's see what they can dial up. They are going to hand it off again, this time waiting for them. It's the Auburn linebacker stuffing K5 in his tracks, and that will be our last play of the third quarter. Let me see the fours in chat. We got a classic Iron Ball matchup on our hands right now. 17-15 Auburn. Who wins this one, PFL? Is Bama going to score right now and then hold on to the lead? Or is Auburn going to walk away with this one and start off 2-0 in CS3? Let me know what you guys think is about to go down, as that gets out to K5 but not able to hang on to it, and that is going to set up a 4th down for Bama. 4th and 3 here. Let's see what Coach Willis is thinking. Does he go for it? Does he take the longer field goal? How is he feeling about this? He is going to take the longer field goal. This is about a 50-yarder. That kick is up, and he has the leg for it. Bama's going to take their first lead since 3-0 in the first quarter. 18-17. Huge momentum swing. And now Auburn, the pressure is back on the shoulders of Nine, Coach George and company, as they need to get out here and get some points on the board and get that lead back. Let's see what they can cook up. And if you're Bama, you are leaning on your defense and saying, get us a stop. Get the ball back to the offense and let the offense extend the lead. Get us a bit more comfortable here in the most important quarter. Nine drops back, has a man. Rocket open over the middle, delivers, and Rocket going to trip his way forward just shy of the first, setting up 2nd and 1. Now we have the I form out for Auburn. And we see the handoff to Jones, and Jones is going to fight his way forward for a first. Ten and a half to play in this one. Nine dropping back again, finds his man, hangs on to the ball. Oh, no, didn't hang on to the ball. My bad. I thought he did somehow. But that did come out after the catch. Nine going to Rocket again. Trusted, old, reliable. 3rd and inches here. Rocket with over 100 yards receiving. Empty backfield on 3rd and inches. They are confident in this young man. And he does not deliver this time. 4th and inches, and again empty backfield. I feel like you got to hand it off here. This is very risky for Auburn. They're going to go over the top. He had a man open, tries to force it to Sims. And Bama's going to get the ball back. Should have just taken the drag route. Tries the riskier throw, get Jaws involved, take the drag on the tight end. Instead, just heaves it up to Sims. Oh my goodness, 3 catches, 141 yards for Swift Carson. That is a dream performance for a wide receiver. And now, Carson Young with excellent field position and a great opportunity to extend this lead here in the 4th. Gets it out to Chang Lei. Chang Lei not able to set his feet and turn upfield. That's only going to be a 1-yard gain. Carson Young getting ready again. Has a lot of guys on curl routes open. Tries to get it across the middle to Swift, but sails it just a little bit too far, and that will be 3rd and 9 here for Bama. With this excellent field position, they definitely want to try and capitalize. They're going to get it to Chang Lei, not going to be able to capitalize, and this is the type of position where I think they will have to punt. I don't know if their kicker has the leg for over 50 yards. They are going to punt it, which to me makes the most sense. Some questionable play calling there, as the quick 3 and out means the 4th down stop really didn't matter for Auburn, as effectively they get the ball back within a minute. And now have another opportunity, only down 1. They don't need to do a ton on offense to get the lead back, but of course they would prefer a touchdown. I drop back, lots of time, goes over the middle, finds Jaws. Got to get that man involved. Got to get your superstar. Let him start carrying. Put the weight on his shoulders. Let the junior do his thing. Big catch there over the middle. Getting Auburn set up in a much better position offensively. Let's see what they can cook up now. Ball on the 42-yard line. Dropping back yet again. They're going to set the screen up. Have some good blocking. Jones gets to the outside and will turn that into another first down. 14 yards on the screenplay. Once again, empty backfield for Nine. Coach George definitely putting some faith in his quarterback. Gonna find Jaws again over the middle and get it to the 31. Moving very efficiently, 300 total yards of offense. And he had him open to Ellis. Instead sails it to the cameraman. Wanted to make sure the cameraman got a good shot of the ball. This time, tries to set the screen up and can't get rid of it in time. They've been leaning on that screen, and McKinney speeds to the quarterback and prevents him from getting the ball out. Setting up 3rd and a mile after that body bag. It looked like Jones was a little delayed on his route. Not able to get the ball to him in time. And Eldon McKinney with the big 8-yard sack on the screenplay. And now Auburn have to get some of these yards back at least to get within field goal range. Can they do it? He's going over to Ellis over the middle. They will get back, I think, all of the sack yards. So that will set up a field goal here to try and take the lead. This lead keeps passing back and forth between these two teams, and the 4th quarter is halfway over, folks. This is going to be a huge field goal. For about 40 yards. You know, he's kicking from the 39. There's 7 yards in the end zone, or 10 yards in the end zone. Let's see. And it is good. Auburn taking the 2-point lead, 20-18. Big deal. Yeah, 10 yards. I knew it was 10 yards. So Auburn with the long kick there, but are going to take the lead. And now Carson Young, Coach Wilson company have 5 minutes and 45 seconds to get down the field, handle their business, and walk away with a victory here. Can they do it, folks? Carson getting ready, pressure in his face. He can't get rid of the ball, and that's going to be a massive sack for Harris. Huge body bag on the 9-yard loss. Carson looked a little hesitant as that snap was low and left. Picks it up, looks around, doesn't like what he sees. Tries to create some time, but not able to do so, as the offensive line not able to block effectively. Peterson not able to stop the rusher from getting off of him and getting in the backfield for the sack. And now with 5:08 to play, Bama has their work cut out for them. They're going to get it to Chang Lei. Chang Lei's going to get those yards back on the sack. 8 of them anyway. Set up 3rd and 11. 4.5 to play here. Bama looking, going to go underneath, but not going to get a first down. K5 trying his hardest, but it is going to be 4th and 1. As K5 tries to push his way to the first, but is not able to do it. kind of barrels over his first tackler, but just not quite able to get there. And Bama's going to trust their defense with under 4 to play to get a stop. Auburn doesn't have to go too far to get some points here as they get it at about the 30. A field goal makes it so Bama has to get a touchdown. A touchdown all but locks up the game here. Honestly, just a couple of first downs all but locks up the game here. PS3 is out there to try to close this one out. Interesting choice. It's just going to be a handoff to Jones, and Jones is going to get about 5. They're going to take 40 seconds off the clock. I mean, this is, you know, the clock is not Bama's friend right now. And Auburn are becoming professionals at having extremely close games against their opponents. They barely beat Miami, and right now they're knocking on the door, barely beating Alabama. But what does Vin Diesel say? Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning as they deliver the open pass past midfield. Nine with 269 yards. Absolutely feasting as Jimenez makes that catch. 20-18, folks. My goodness. Bama needs a huge stop right now, or a turnover, or this game will be done. Let's see. That time PS3 again gets it out over the middle on the drag. Bama with the timeout as they're realizing the clock is not their friend. 2nd and 1 here. 2:38 to play. I imagine this is just going to be a handoff. It will be. Finds the gap. Gets it past the 30 to the 25. Bama forced to take another timeout. And uh-oh, folks. Bama with 1 timeout remaining. This clock, best case scenario, is going to get down to a minute for them. Tries to run the option, but Nine gets absolutely crunched. I don't know if we want to call that a body bag, but about as close to it as you can get. 2nd and 15 here. I was about to say passing would be insane. They're not going to. They're just going to try to tick down the clock as much as they can. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to be able to tick down the clock all the way to about a minute if they just run it here. They are going to pass. It's a risky decision to pass, but it works out for them as the clock will continue to tick, and they will set up a much more manageable field goal. Auburn going to have a 5-point lead with under a minute to play. We are going to need some insanity out of Bama, but I'll tell you what, folks. Let's keep in mind that Swift Carson has 3 catches for like 140 or some yards. These go routes are not guardable for Auburn. So if Bama wants to pull this off, that has to be their ticket. And we have to make sure this field goal goes in for Auburn. It will. They are going to take a 5-point lead. Bama has to score a touchdown. They've got 1 minute to do so. No timeouts. But what they do have is Swift Carson go routes for 55-plus yards. They're going to take a knee. 1 minute, 1 second. PFL, here it is. The game on the line. Can Carson Young go out and lead a drive to victory against this Auburn defense? What did I talk about all game? Passing versus Auburn secondary. This is it. Who wins this battle right here, right now? Carson Young going to air it out, but he gets hit as he throws, and it's almost intercepted. That would have ended the game on the spot, but it falls out of his hands. And Carson going to get another chance. They were thinking right, though. Go to the go route. Almost picked off again. Oh, my goodness. Too fast on the release that time. The linebacker was reading that the whole way. Almost intercepts it. And Bama is 2 plays away from losing this game, folks. My goodness. Can Carson deliver? He's going for the quick again, and it's still almost intercepted. 4th and 10. My heart is pumping Can they find the first down? He's going to go to the outside. It's caught. Is that caught? Or was that knocked out? Oh my goodness, Roddy keeps their drive alive. The insane catch on the outside. Are you kidding me, PFL? Are you kidding me right now? Roddy with the monster catch. Right on the edge, brings it down, gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Bama approaching midfield, 47 seconds to go. Carson Young delivering on 4th down. Can he deliver again? This time taking a safe pass to Chang Lei. Chang Lei fighting and will get the first. Stopping the clock until they set up. Great way to fight for the first down and keep that clock stopped. We're going to see the no-huddle. Carson looking. Tons of times, airing it out again over the middle. Unable to find his man that time. 31 seconds to go. 43 yards to go. Can Bama pull it off? Carson looking. Carson going to get sacked. Are you kidding me? Auburn. 5 seconds to play. Last play of the game. What is that? He goes underneath, and that's going to end the game. Auburn takes the Iron Bowl 23-18 and moves on to 2-0 in CS3, while Bama, the defending champions, fall to 0-2. What a game, folks. Let's take a quick look at the stats. I love PS3 with 118 QBR. My goodness. What a game. We see 83 yards for Jones, 50 for Gradney. Big catches out of Tank Rocket. Well done out of the tight end Jimmy Ellis. Chang Lei got involved. Roddy with an incredible game. And of course, Swift with only 3 catches for 141 yards. Went absolutely crazy. On the defensive side, tons of tackles out of Bama between their big guys, Benji Gardner and Trey Thomas. Marquise Washington Jr. with 9. 10 with Knighton. TJRC with 6. 6 for Avery Scott as well. 5 for Kaufman. Dirty work-wise, honestly, we saw a lot of pass deflections at the end there. We're going to see 1 there for, ironically, Dylan Romo. Tennyson with 1, Kaufman with 1, 2 for Scott, 2 for Tayshawn Wiggins, 2 for Knighton, 1 for TJ, 1 for Marquise Washington Jr., 2 for Thomas. Big time by them, and obviously as people like to see them, here are the kick return, here are the punt return. And let's go into the team stats, folks. Bama had their chance all the way to the end, but the tail of the tape, you can see that game belonged to Auburn, even with their penalty mistakes. Managed to make it happen. Where are the penalties? Right there. Managed to get it done. The biggest mistake for Bama had to be that DPI. But just like that, folks, that's going to do it for us. 23-18, your final score in this rivalry game. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I love doing this. You guys already know that. Make sure we're going to continue to follow along. And reminder, upgrades for those 85 overall and lower are now open. Get them in if you want to see them in effect for Week 3's games, okay? Get those upgrades in, guys. Otherwise, I will see everybody in the Discord. Have a great night. See ya.